Hi. Is Randy here?
Sir?
Randy?
I'm Randy. What's up?
Hey, Randy.
Oh.
Hi, I'm Lisa Butler.
Yeah. Crystal's mom?
Yeah.
Yep.
Not good.
Well, particular on rotors, okay? When most rotors are floating rotors, and they're just put on by the lug nut to actually hold them on. Well, on the Forerunner, they bolt on. They don't bolt. I mean, they don't float. They're actually bolted on. And actually, what they recommend is to cut them, and you just cut like 1,000ths or 2,000ths out of them after you put them on, because you have to cut them to the truck. So the life of that is still not damaged or diminished. The rotors will still be 1 or 2 cuts on them, and then on your car, on typically any cars, 1 or 2 is all you ever get out of them anyway. But when we put that on, Crystal said it helped it quite a bit, but it still had some shake in it. And they just smoothed them up, just sanded them to keep from cutting them, because not for any reason other than, I mean, we did not cut them the first time for a reason, but sometimes you just have to take the first cut off of them, just a slim to match them up, and they're all that way. Some cases it works, but when I particularly on that Forerunner, it bolts to the vehicle.
So how many more turns am I going to get out of these rotors? You
should get 1 or 2, and the same as any. The same as any that...
I know, because I'm really thinking I'll take some life off my rotors.
No. You know, they take 1 or 2,000ths off of it. You know, it just depends on how hard she drives. And typically on any of them. I'm not here to cheat you or her. We're not trying to take advantage. We'll take care of her and that car all we can. But you should get 1 to 2 cuts the same as you do on any of them.
I should get 2 cuts. I've already had 1. I'm only going to get 1 more.
No, because we just, most of the time if you come in, like if your car, she brings it in and it's been grinding for a while or it's bad, you don't have to cut so deep so much all the time. You just take the bare minimum off. That's all we ever take off of them.
I really thought I should have got new rotors.
We did get new rotors.
That time, yesterday.
Well, if I'd have put new rotors on, then you can go ask anyone you like. But if I'd have put new rotors on again, we still would have had to cut to smooth them to the car. We would still have to cut them to take the glaze off and to form them to the car because they bolt on.
And why wasn't that done the first time?
Well, it's not happening. You don't have to do it every time, but that's the way they recommend to do them if you have issues. But now, if it's just beats her to death, then it is a rotor. It's a bad rotor, and we don't have a problem changing it at all. But if that's what you want to do, if you want to bring it back and cut them, but we're going to have to cut them again. No, new ones. If I put new ones on. Because she will still have the issue because they bolt to the car.
Did you guys check the master cylinders? Did you guys check the calipers? Did you guys check any of that stuff when we first brought it in here and got that done like a couple of weeks ago?
Well, we checked the brakes. I mean, I don't know. That's all she wanted. Said she had brakes. It was wobbling when she applied her brakes.
Yeah. You guys didn't check the Did you guys check the calipers this time or anything?
I mean, other than just the pressure that you put on them, that they go back fine, that there are not any problems. There were no other issues.
Fine?
Yeah.
Evidently.
Yeah. I mean, there were no issues.
What about the master cylinder? Did you check it out?
I mean, all you do is just check and see if there's any fluid in it or if it's leaking anywhere. I don't think so, because they didn't say anything to me about it. We always that's the first thing we do. With the brake lights on, you know, we check the master cylinder, make sure it's plenty of fluid. If it's not, then we go looking for the master cylinders, wheel cylinders, anything like that are leaking.
Okay, well, here's the problem. I drove in from New York. We had the car here within like a couple of days. I am going back to New York tomorrow. You know, I'm not going to be here to supervise. I'm not going to know. I'm not going to do anything to be dishonest. I know. I mean, that's why we came here.
I promise you, I'm not doing
That's why we came here.
You know, these guys have been here for a long
No,
time.
I like that one blonde-headed guy. The guy who works on my car, you know, I trust him. I really do.
They do a really good job.
So what happens, you know, if I really feel I need to get 2 more turns out of those rotors.
Okay.
During the lifespan of, you know, whatever.
I can work with you. I'll make it right. You know, if we get 2 more cuts out of it, and if the issue comes up that 1 cut doesn't do it, we'll do something. I'll make it right to where you're satisfied and Crystal's satisfied. You know, and
my father was so mad yesterday.
I understand.
Because see, my dad builds race cars.
Sure.
My dad builds tractors. I mean, my dad does it all.
Sure.
So he's not stupid.
Oh, I know.
But he didn't want to work on my junk, and I can't work on my junk. Okay, just as long as you make it right, and I get 2 more turns out of those rotors, I'm a happy camper.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
You might, and there's also instances you can get 3 cuts out of it. And it just depends on how you drive it and just typical things, you know. I mean,
yeah. Well, I have quizzed her and quizzed her. You know, do you drive with 1 foot or do you drive with 2 feet? And she is, you know, I drive with 1 foot. You know, people ride different. You know, I tell her that since she's been little. You know, we live out in the country, and you don't be an idiot. You know.
Right.
So I know that's not the problem. So, okay, I'm happy. Just as long as you make sure that I get 2 more turns, I'm good to go.
She, you know, and she said that she had the brakes put on at Raven, and they've just been screwed up ever since.
So yes, it locked up on her on the highway.
That's what she said.
I mean, what if she'd have been going 60 miles an hour and it locked up? They had towed in, and I swear to God, ever since then, it has not been right.
Right.
I have taken it back to Raven. Dad's gotten in on it. Raven has done a lot of free work on it, as well as they should have.
Sure, absolutely.
But it hasn't been right since then. And I don't drive her car, so I don't know.
Right.
I might try to drive it today. Although my husband drove it home, he said, you know, I don't know. They were, you know, I'm going to have to drive it today.
And I told Crystal the same thing, and I said, it's hard for us or you to drive it, that we don't drive it every day to see it, because we drive so many, and just like Chris, I told her, I said, you get used to it when you drive it every day, and you kind of think, well, I don't notice that. Now, when you get in, your car's different and hers is different. But on that Toyota, when we had it in there, I told them, I said, you know, the rotors just bolt up. There's like 5 or 6 bolts that hold it to the truck. And I said, you know, that's just a bad design on Toyota's part. They don't like that. I mean, that's their opinion.
Okay. Well, good enough. Good enough. I trust you. I know you'll make it right.
I'll take care of it.
I know you will. I know you will. Okay, buddy.
I would just, it would kill me if anything happened to her or you. I mean, I don't wish that, but I mean, I'm not here to do that. We're not here to do that. I'm here to.
That's my girl.
I know.
All right.
Everybody, baby.
Precious cargo.